Well, a ripple effect tonight in the 4-day-old United Auto Workers strike. U.S. Steel is telling workers it's idling the only blast furnace running in its Granite City plant.
And that means hundreds of workers could be temporarily out of a job. 5 on your side's Laura Barczewski joins us in studio with the news that came as a big shock, Laura.
It did, Mike and Ann. This was very unexpected. And the union president here tells me it really doesn't make any sense, as he says the Granite City plant doesn't produce much for the automotive industry right now.
Steel workers in Granite City woke up to shocking news from U.S. Steel, the parent company for Granite City Works, saying, quote, "Following the announcement of UAW strike actions, we are executing our risk mitigation plan to ensure our melt capacity is balanced with our order book." Which means the only remaining blast furnace at Granite City Works will now sit idle, and an undetermined number of workers could be facing a temporary layoff.
When I went through these idles, I've had grown men crying in my office that don't know how they're going to provide for their families. It's very difficult, and I know it's business to them, but it's personal to us.
United Steelworkers Local 1899 President Dan Simmons says on their end, they aren't feeling the effects of the United Auto Workers strike, and it would take months and more locations going on strike for it to affect them.
We here at Granite don't supply a whole lot to the automotive sector. We service a whole lot of the construction market, agriculture, appliance business.
Senator Dick Durbin and Congresswoman Nikki Buzinski are questioning this decision. Buzinski believes they are using a loophole in a law called the WARN Act to push layoffs through quickly and avoid having to give 60 days notice.
What U.S. Steel has decided to do is to give pink slips to working people at Granite City Steel that start tomorrow. And they're circumventing the WARN Act, in my opinion, because they're saying right now that these cuts are going to be made for just less than 6 months.
So you get the phone call from U.S. Steel.
Granite City Mayor Mike Parkinson says these layoffs, even if only temporary, could affect not only the city, but the entire southern Illinois area as a whole.
This could have a dire consequence on housing and the housing market in the area. If these guys can't afford to pay their bills, your local restaurants, your gas stations, it'll have an effect on a lot of people in a lot of communities.
The union president says they'll be able to keep a lot of people working, but will have to reassign people to other work areas to keep those layoffs at a minimum.